To another video from the Debate Room podcast. We're coming to you directly after opening night of the NBA season. What a great opening night, especially that first game. Um, Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel right now because it's 12 o'clock right now for me, 11 o'clock for Q, and we are recording a recap to both games at 12 o'clock. That's how much you want this, man. That's how dedicated we are to talking basketball. But yeah, make sure you guys like the video and follow and subscribe to the channel. We would greatly appreciate that. But yeah, NBA basketball is back. The wait is over. Long off season. And now we're back and basketball is played. Um, it was a long off season, but now I'm ready to overreact to one game. Now I'm ready to make a distinction off for the whole season off one game. I'm ready. It was a great night of basketball, especially that Thunder and Rockets game, two overtime thriller, and then the Warriors pretty much dominated the Lakers throughout this game. Really controlled the game throughout. We'll get to the Lakers game, but I want to get right into it and just start with this Thunder and Rockets two overtime thriller. Some controversy late in the game. I mean, Kevin Durant and Jabari Smith clearly called a timeout at the end of the first overtime, which should have put the Thunder at the line with a chance to win a game. Um, a somewhat, I guess, controversial foul call to some people at the end of the second overtime to give Shea two free throws to win the game. It was a really great game. Uh, Alperen Sengun was the best player on the floor. Well, I think he had 38 points tonight, 6 assists. He made a lot of tough threes. Well, not tough threes, but to this point in his career, uncharacteristic threes. Um, he had clutch shots all night, and he really just controlled the game. He looked really polished tonight. Shea did not have it going in the first half, and then turned it on in the second half. Was clutch down the stretch for the most part. Definitely missing free throws. Chet was amazing in this game. He dominated the first 15 minutes of the game. Was pretty cold in the second half, and then in the fourth quarter in overtime, he turned it over. He turned it on again. He had a really great night. So we'll dive into it. To generalize it, what was your takeaway from this game, open night game? If there were any takeaways, ring night, KD come back to OKC. What was your takeaways from this game in general?
Uh, it's game one, so it's like can't get too crazy. Obviously, no J Dub, so that's a different wrinkle to what's going on. Obviously, Shea was by far the best ball handler and best playmaker on the field, on the court. So obviously, having J Dub, lightens a little. They'll play the defense a little different. Uh, Everything glaring really comes from the Rocket side. Like they just don't have no playmakers. They don't have no ball handlers. Uh, Sengun and KD pretty much had to do most of the heavy lifting. Uh, like you said, Sengun had a great game. Did everything he can to keep him in it. Kevin Durant did his things. Obviously, he wasn't loud. Second half it was kind of quiet, but down the stretch he still did what he had to do. Missed a free throw, but Reed Shepard, he's just not ready yet. Ahmed Thompson, he's shooting it, but he's not going in, so it's still a negative. Uh, him being on the court just right now, not being able to shoot without no real ball hunters, it just makes the offense clunky and stick and everything like that. So they just need to get some real perimeter creation. That's their biggest problem right now. Uh, but double big obviously show signs of working. Steven Adams and Sengun pretty much did what they were doing. They was holding it down. I think Steven Adams had 12 rebounds. I think half of them offensive. So they have some things that do work. So they just need that point guard for OKC side. They missed a lot of threes. Obviously, it's make or miss. If they make half of those threes, it's not really a game. Uh, it said Shady, he didn't really have it on first quarter, first half, but true MVP fashion, turned it up in the second half, especially overtime. Did his thing, got to the line. Uh, that's part of his games. I don't think that Cole is controversial. Kevin Durant just did a dumb mistake in the winning moments of the clutch. Sometimes you get bit, head fakes and things like that. Sometimes it's hard to stay grounded in those situations. You just made a mistake, hit the free throws, and that was it. But there was moments they could have capitalized and they just failed.
I think especially. I mean, I think that was pretty good defense. Like Shea wasn't going to score there if he just stayed on his feet. He was not going to score there. It was help too as well. He wouldn't have scored there. But generally, the way I felt about this game is just like it showed two clear flaws from each team at this moment in time. Right now, like without J Dub on this roster, well, he's on the roster. Without J Dub on the court right now for the Thunder, there is no creation outside of Shea. Now, Chet was a great play finisher tonight, but there is no creation outside of Shea on his team. He was basically playing 105 offense for a lot of this game, and that allowed the Rockets to go into zone. They sent late help on his drives as well. Really messed up his drives, and it made him get deep into the paint without any look at the rim or deep in the paint. He had to like do a bad kick out. I think Ime Udoka had a great defensive game plan. And as far as his zones, as far as when they sent help, they trapped him a bit. His pick and rolls and forced the ball out of his hands. But they also sent some late help, which is that I think that is Shea's like weakness, like sending late help in his drives, and forcing him to kick the ball out. He obviously adjusted, like he pretty much always does, to your coverage because he's I think the best scorer in the league. So he always adjusts to coverage. It may take him a half, but he'll do it. He'll get more aggressive. He'll find a way. Um, but without Jada on the floor, um, the offense is just it's awful. Jada really makes it so you can't really play the offense. Jada makes it so you can't play that type of defense on Shea because he will hurt you as a driver. He like second side actions, attacking closeouts, attacking the gaps. Like J-Dub can do that. He showed that this last playoff run. So obviously, when they get to him back, it's going to be much help. But um, I think that Sam Presti was a bit complacent after they won the championship last year. Now they can definitely still run it back with this team, and I'm still confident they will run it back in this team. But he saw clear flaws with his team and did nothing to change them. Like this team is still a very poor shooting team. Um, Especially they're a poor volume shooting team. They don't have shot makers outside of J Dub and Chet when he's on. I mean, they have Aaron Wiggins too, who I think can make shots. So let me not say that. I think AJ Mitchell would be big for this team as a secondary ball handler, as someone that can get to the paint and someone that can knock down shots. He's gonna be big for this team as well. But they don't have a lot of offense outside of Jada and Shea, and then Chet when he's on and play finishing at a high level. So I think Sam Presti's reluctance to make changes to the team can come back and bite them in the playoffs, but their margin for error is just so high because of how great this defense is. They forced 21 turnovers tonight, and that was one of the biggest reasons why they won this game because their offense was generally awful, but because they were able to force turnovers, I'm pretty sure they converted it to points. I can look at it, but yeah, that's what really got them. And coming into the season with the Rockets, I knew that not having Fred VanVleet was going to be a major issue. Like, I think like Fred VanVleet's impact is some of the most underrated in the entire league. He wasn't efficient last year, but he got players the ball. He didn't turn the ball over, and he was an actual pull-up three-point threat. Whether it was going in or not, he was a pull-up three-point threat. Like he was one of their only pull-up three-point threats on the team, and he still is right now.
I think
Um,
he gamed him like that one time, like early last season.
yeah, so
Those
it's
pull up
like
nonsense.
he, Fred VanVleet is not the most efficient player, and his numbers don't pop out at you. But he facilitates and get players the ball without turning it over. He's not liability on defense, and he is a good player for winning games. Like his impact metrics have historically just been good. Like Fred VanVleet is a good player, and so missing him as pretty much their only ball handler and only point guard is really going to hurt the team. Ahmed Thompson cannot play point guard. He's not a point guard at his moment in time. I don't think he probably won't ever be, honestly. The lack of a pull up jump shot from him from three is going to really hurt them because everyone is going under screens and it kind of just hijacks your offense. And also, he can't pull up a three. He doesn't have a good handle. And again, everyone's going to go under screens because of those two things. He can still get to the rim. Like today he was 8 for 10 from two. He was 8 for 10 from two. The other shots he missed, I think it was over 7 from three. Like teams are going to ignore him all season, and that's the correct thing to do. Now let's get to Reed Shepherd because I gotta say something about him. I'm a really big Reed Shepherd fan, but the margin for small guards in this league is so low. Am I saying that right? Like,
Sure, what?
I said the margin for small guards in this league is low.
Margin for error.
Yes, the margin for error for guards in this league is very, very low. You have to damn near be really, really good offensively to be a starter in this league at under 6'4". You damn near you just have to be, unless you're going to be competent defensively. The thing about Reed coming out was he was probably an all-time great shooting prospect. And he was also a very, very good defensive playmaker. But at Kentucky, he was an awful on-ball defender. His lateral quickness isn't good. He doesn't have the strength. Players were able to just blow by him and get to the rim. And it was very evident in this first game. Now, it is game one, right? And I'll pretty much give him a pass for a lot of stuff offensively because it's game one. And it's against OKC on ring night, first game of the season. I'll give him a lot of a pass for the stuff offensively, but letting Casey Wallace, Lou Dort, just anybody just scoring you like the game plan was anybody versus Reed. Like that's something that cannot be a consistent theme in your game if you want to be an NBA player. I'm not gonna lie. Like even if you're shooting 50% from three, Lou Dort and Casey Wallace cannot just be having their way with you. That can't be a thing at all. So that's a big concern. I didn't expect him to be ready to play the defending champions in his basically first game of the season. Like last year, he barely played. Like this is one of his first games of his career. So I didn't expect him to be ready, and I'm not completely out on him. But if the defense is this bad, it's going to be a struggle because you think about it, right? His handle isn't that good. He's not that dynamic off the dribble in terms of like creating advantages and like that. Like his handle is not that great. Doesn't have great bursts or anything like that. He's really just a great shooting prospect. And he can create turnovers on defense. So the margin for error for Reed is very low. I'm still rooting for him, and I hope he turns it around. But wasn't a great sign in his first game of the season. And in first game of the season against the Thunder, he has time. I'm not writing him off, but not a very good start. But I think these teams have two like clear weaknesses, like I mentioned. What I do want to say though, I think this game showed me, and I already believed this before this game, so it's not like I'm overreacting to one game. The Rockets are not close to the Thunder whatsoever. They're not. This team without a point guard cannot be OKC. They cannot. That lineup was really good on the glass, and they can be really good defensively. But when OKC shot this poor from three, Shea struggled in the first half, and they didn't have J-Dub, and you lose the game. This team is not going to be able to handle OKC when it comes to the playoffs. I think the Rockets are going to be a very good regular season team. I think they have a chance of making the second round and the Western Conference Finals. But when it comes to beating OKC, you're not doing it without a point guard on the roster. You're just not doing it. It's not going to happen. So they probably need to try to make a trade if they can. Um, you're not doing it with 4 people on the court that can't hurt you from 3. You're not doing it. I mean, Sengun, let's give Sengun his flowers. He was amazing tonight. 39 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. He was the best player on the floor. He hit really big shots, hit really big threes. He was assertive tonight. And that 3-point shot, while it won't stay this high, it looks like something he worked on in the offseason. So he was great tonight. But when you have 4 people that will not hurt you from volume from 3, you're not beating OKC Thunder. And that's my problem with the Rockets coming into the season. They don't have a viable ball handler on this roster. They don't. It's obviously not going to – let me preface this by saying it is not going to look this bad every night. You're not playing OKC every night. Most teams in the NBA cannot replicate what they do to you on defense. So they will look good in the regular season. The offense will still have struggles, but they will look much better than they did tonight. Reed will come along much better than what he looked tonight. Amen will probably look better offensively than he did tonight. But when it comes to playing this team in the finals, it's not happening. Oh, I'm sorry. In the Western Conference Finals, it's not happening. So I think this team has a clear ceiling all the time.
Is it fair to say OKC has more chemistry than the Rockets right now?
Yes.
Is it fair to say that first game of the season, going to the defending champions' crib and playing them to double overtime with those same clear issues is a good sign? Is that just fair to say? They took the team that you're saying they can't beat, that has clear problems, took said champions to double overtime at their crib
without their second best player, and with OKC shooting like 15% from 3.
For this, they have their issues, and the Rockets have their issues.
That's true. J-Dub being healthy is not one of the issues, though. I think he would have been a very big change on this game. Especially
maybe Fred VanVleet would have too, or any other starting point guard that they will be able to get post December 15th.
If they can get a starting point guard, if they can get Drew Holiday, I promise you, okay, I'm changing my mind a little bit, right? Even though I don't really think Drew Holiday is a point guard anymore. But if they can get a competent ball handler, I'm going to change my tune because that can help their offense tremendously. But right now, as currently constructed, yes, they're not fucking with OKC. I just don't think so.
Sure. But the team that they fielded out there tonight, that team that they put out there tonight, almost lost to the team that you said can't rock with them. Like, they almost lost 3 different times. Like,
yes,
at their crib. It took uncharacteristic like things for them to win that game.
What uncharacteristic like type things?
80 plus % free throw shooter missing free throws at the line.
Shea missed 4 free throws. He's a 90% shooter. Shea missed 4 free throws in his game, and he's a 90% shooter.
But those free throws are only were a result of said missed free throws already being missed. If Kevin Durant doesn't miss that 1 free throw, game over.
You don't know that. They could have hit a 3. They could hit a 3.
Sure. They could have hit a 3, the same team that couldn't hit a 3 all night. But now we're going to say they're going to hit the 3.
I mean, and I think some of these shooting issues for the Rockets, they're going to persist. But yeah, I mean, the Thunder shot 13 of 52 from 3. I don't think
we've seen them do that before.
Yeah, we have. Or in the regular season.
Yeah, they're not. Their shooters they don't have great shooters on their team. No. They just get a lot of open shots.
I mean, J-Dub is obviously going to help that a lot when he comes.
No, but I understand that. I'm saying what we see from the 2 teams, not whoever ain't there. So if we talk about who was there tonight, that game had to go to double overtime, and they were with them the whole night. It was never a point where they were like even
Pretty
close
much
to getting
control the
blown out.
game. Rockets pretty much control the game.
Post second quarter on, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I just think that
I don't know.
I think
They controlled the game, was doing their thing, kept MVP in check for most of the game. Seems like the team that they put out there was able to be fucked with.
yeah, I mean, yeah,
Part of my eyes.
yeah, I understand that, but again, I think they have a top 20 player now on the court, so that's gonna change something that's gonna change something very like drastically, in my opinion. Especially with how they guard Shea. I don't think they can guard Shea the same way. They can send late help on his drives, but when he's throwing the ball to Jalen Williams and not Casey Wallace,
I know it's different story because it's a trickle down effect. You ain't. I'm not 12.
I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. I just don't think this team. They're not going to beat this team.
I don't. I don't think that.
I wonder, can they beat the Nuggets? I want to see that matchup.
No,
probably not. I don't know. I said this matchup wouldn't be good for.
They could do essentially the same thing that OKC did today. Another team can sort of kind of replicate. Obviously, it won't be to the same effect, but it'll pretty much be effective as long as Reed isn't able to make do point guard things. As long as Amin Thompson isn't able to like really threaten the defense outside of the paint. A lot of their turnovers they got were like early in the shot clock. They just crossed half court and they forced a pick up of a dribble, and they got like damn near 20 points out in transition, like off easy turnovers because they can't do nothing in the half court. Another team is going to be able to replicate that.
That man Kevin Durant was getting locked up by Lou Dort.
Cut it out.
No, a lot of Lou Dort was very good on him tonight off the ball. Like he couldn't get the ball. Like
when he got him, and when he got the ball, he fried. The problem is they couldn't get him the ball as much as they tried. They tried to, and they failed.
That's not credit to Lou Dort. That's credit to Lou Dort. He was playing amazing.
No. Nah, it's great. Lou Dort did it. I'm not going to disrespect Lou Dort, but we watched them try. We watched them try to get Kevin Durant the ball, and they just can't do it. And he's just sitting there like,
yeah,
you can't make simple passes. Hit
Four
the outside ball.
4 turnovers tonight for Kevin Durant too. And that's another thing. When J-Dub get back, it's gonna be worse. All lead defender with J-Dub. It's gonna get worse. I'm just saying.
And they ain't going. We're talking about Kevin Durant. You know who he is?
Yeah, he can. I honestly think I think J-Dub can give him a problem. Like I think J-Dub can give him a problem. I'm just being serious.
He's gonna fry him every possession he get on. He will fry him. He just has to get the ball.
Yeah. I don't know. But most encouraging thing from the Rockets to me was Sengun. Like if he can actually take that leap, like that's a pretty special player. I think he has clear flaws. Like I don't know. Watching him sometimes it don't even look good. Like the way he's struggling, he's like trying to dribble, like struggling.
He cool. It's just
like it looked terrible. He do it. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's not like really aesthetically pleasing when he like I don't know. Like he used to be. I don't know, bro. It's weird how he try to like move and navigate. I don't know. He was moving. Chet though. Chet needed to get some core strength. It's ridiculous. But
he throw his shoulders at him, body, arm, baggy, just doing his thing.
Yeah. All right. Anyway. Next game, the Warriors dominated the Lakers despite a 40-point triple-double from Luka Doncic.
What?
What?
They did not dominate the. What the hell?
They dominated them. I'm not gonna lie.
No, they did it.
The Lakers came back at the end of the game, but they controlled that game throughout, and they were up like 10-12 for a lot of the game.
No, they weren't.
They were up for 10-12 a lot of the game.
They got up to it got up to 12 like mid third quarter. It was nip and tuck the whole first half.
They were about 6. They were about 6 after it was tied or close to being tied in the second half. I mean, at halftime, right? They were up 6. No, they were at 1. They were at 1 at halftime, right? And then the third quarter, that's when they really like extended the lead, and then I felt
Yeah,
like
they went on a little run in the middle of the third quarter,
yeah.
and then
Okay,
Luka came back in, did his thing. They got it within 7, and then
I don't feel
Draymond Draymond Green want to hit threes. Like what the hell?
like for me personally, dominating may be strong, but I for a lot of this game, I never thought the Lakers were going to win. I'm just saying, like I never felt like the Lakers were going to win this game at any point, to be honest. After no, I'm gonna lie, at any point. The Lakers, I'm serious right now. Lakers, Warriors win 119-109. Jimmy Butler was great tonight. Stephen Curry wasn't the greatest, but he played well. Draymond Green obviously played well. Johnny Kaminga played well. I think for the Lakers, Luka Doncic was pretty much the only player I think played well for most of the game. Austin Reeves came on late, but at that point it was too late. So I think the Warriors, what they did well tonight was they moved the ball like tremendously well, as they always do. Smart passes, not any isolations, getting out in transition, playing some pretty good defense on everybody not named Luka Doncic. That's their moving offense. It was trademark Warriors stuff from them tonight. I like having Jimmy and Steph run pick and rolls and Jimmy being a short roll and hit cutters and stuff like that. They did a lot of that type of stuff. It was typical Warriors movement offense, off ball screens. Steph's gravity was on display tonight. It was a typical Warriors game when they played old fashioned Warriors basketball and the offense was efficient for it. They had that run, I think, in the third quarter. A lot of that was Buddy Hield as well, who was great tonight. He had a lot of big shots tonight. I think the Warriors are going to be a good team if they can stay healthy in the regular season, especially. Their defense is going to be, I think, top 10 ish again for sure. Draymond is still an elite defender. They just added Al Horford, who is still a good defender. And now Steph doesn't have to do everything every single night with Jimmy Butler there. Jimmy Butler can still give you 20, 22 a night on great efficiency. And then if you need him to ceiling raise more than that, he can give you a 30 a night while getting to the foul line. And he is such a good addition to the team because he doesn't take away from Steph at all. He's a great off-ball player. He's a great foul drawer, a good rebounder as well. He can still get out in transition and stuff like that as well. He's just a very clean fit on his team. And Steph is still as good as ever. Like this team, the roster isn't super deep or really talented at all. But when you have Steph, Jimmy Butler, Dre, and Al Horford, and if Jonathan Kuminga can play like he did tonight, this team is going to be a very good regular season team, going to be a playoff lock. As far as the playoffs, I'm not very high on them, but they're going to be a good. They were 22-5 to finish the year after the Jimmy Butler trade. The record, the teams they faced weren't the greatest, but their offense was clicking, their defense was clicking, and they were tied for the best record in the league after Jimmy Butler got on the team. So they're going to be a good team. That's pretty much my takeaway from tonight. This is not a one-game overreaction. I was never going to take the Lakers serious this year. I was never going to take them seriously as a real playoff threat. Can they make the playoffs? Yes. Will they probably make the playoffs? Yes. Again, like I said in the last video, I don't think they're shooting for the playoffs. If they miss the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. Like they in that sense, like they'll make the plan, maybe get in, or be like the AC and don't make it or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised. This roster is not good. It's just generally not good. It's too many one-way players that either only can play defense and are bad on offense, or players that are only good on offense and can't play defense. I'm talking about Rui and Austin Reeves, and then in the inverse, like Jared Vanderbilt, Mark Smart, those type of guys, bad offensive players. LeBron obviously is going to help this team offensively for sure, but LeBron is not going to help this terrible defense. I was never going to really put a lot of stock in the defense with no point of attack defenders. And the anchor as DeAndre Ayton. I was never going to do that whatsoever. And so it may seem like a one game overreaction because they lost to the Warriors, but I was never putting stock in this team. I don't think the roster is good enough. And LeBron is not going to save them. He's not. He's a 41-year-old man in year 20, like 3 or whatever year he in. He's not. He's not going to save them. And it's going to be another year wasted Luka Doncic prime where they're not going to be competing for a championship. That's pretty much. I mean, that's not my takeaway from this game. That was my take coming into the season. But tonight was a little nice confirmation bias for me. What did you think of the game of the Lakers' first game against the Warriors?
I think that they're missing LeBron James. I'm pretty sure instead of 29 minutes of Gabe Vincent, if you had 29 minutes of LeBron James, this game looks exactly different, totally different. They probably win this game. The Warriors won by 10 points, and pretty much they had everybody there, and everybody pretty much did what they probably would do on a daily basis. Obviously, Jimmy Butler ain't gonna give you 31 a night. That never is gonna happen. So he got his out for like the next couple months. You probably won't see that ever again.
Oh,
You know,
the next couple of months.
we saying we going we saying anything now. So I can say some silly. I can say something silly like that. Like,
I mean, I never again. I was never high on the team coming in.
You could not be high on the team, but based off saying all of that after this game, even though it's not based on this one game, is kind of silly because again, a 10-point win where it was pretty much in the balance. They never was fully in control of the game. They had a flurry. If you think Buddy Hield gonna give you 17 a game, sure, whatever. But if everybody just doing their averages, the Warriors team is not doing the Lakers like they have LeBron plays. I just haven't seen that. Don't think that would happen. Like I think they probably would have won this game if LeBron plays because everybody on the Lakers pretty much did exactly what they did, except you got 29 minutes of Gabe Vincent and no LeBron James. So I think it's unfair to judge the team if we haven't seen the team play because we just haven't seen them play. Luka, if you want to say he's not going to give you 43 a night, I mean, he probably will still do that on any random night with LeBron James there. But if you get your regular LeBron 24 with Austin Reeves giving you his 20 and Luka giving you damn near 30, they're winning this game.
I don't really. It's not really about
matchup. The Lakers Warriors matchup past 5 years is pretty much slanted all Lakers, and that's been many games without AD. Like they pretty much, I guarantee you they're going to win at least 45 games and make the playoffs easily. I don't. Not taking stock. LeBron's not playing basketball right now.
I don't. It's not necessarily the action of them winning or losing the game because I'm not really high on the Warriors either. I don't think it's a team that can really compete for a title, and I don't think you think that the Lakers can compete for a title, and that's my whole outlook on this team. Which is what I'm saying. I'm not taking them seriously. I'm not saying that they won't make the playoffs or anything like that. I don't think they're a shoe-in with how good the West is,
and that's where we disagree. I think there are 5. I think there are 2 no doubts, and I think there's 6 teams that I know will make the play. Like 6 teams, I'm very, very confident make the playoffs. Like I don't think, and the Lakers are in that bunch. I'm for sure thinking they're making the playoffs. I for sure think Houston's making the playoffs. I for sure think the Clippers making the playoffs. Everybody else, I'm not sure. But people can love the Warriors. It's cool to hate the Lakers and talk down on the Lakers because of what they've done. They still have 2 of the. Just to not argue, 2 of the top 15 players in the league on their team. Like, not a lot of teams can say that. Like, I don't think not one team can say that. And they pretty much managed to make the playoffs every single year, no matter what. Outside of that 1 year with Russ, but that's so long far like removed. Like we've seen this.
The Suns did have 2 top 15 players, I think, on the team too, and they also did make playoffs. I mean, but Luka's top 5, so that I'll give him that.
That's a different. We talking about like that's a top 5 player, and then like you still got LeBron who's played. Who's want to say he's top 10, sure. People want to be weird, say top 14. We like 14, 15, whatever. I don't think that's clear. I think he's pretty much top 10. So that's ain't no team saying that right now.
So, in my Western Conference Standings prediction, I had the Lakers at 6, and I think previously I had them at 5.
Yeah, I just had them right above the Clippers.
So it's like last year in the West, the 3 through 7 or whatever or games apart. So I think that's what I'm saying. They aren't a playoff team and they're a playing team, I'm just not gonna be shocked if they like are the AFC. I'm generally just not gonna be shocked by that happening just because how good the West is. Now I do think they'll probably be better than San Antonio. Dallas has their own issues as well, but they got a floor of a defense. Their offense could definitely struggle. I would probably say they're gonna be better than Dallas, but like Golden State. Um, I can see finishing over them. I'm not. I wouldn't. I'm not. I didn't predict it.
We have to see Dallas. We have to see the Spurs. Like we have to see those two. Like we have to see those teams. Like aren't definite, and they weren't close last year. Like Dallas would have been close, like, but they made a trade and they got burned for it,
And got hurt.
specifically for that season. So we don't know what they would look like, and then things changed, and they lost their best ball handler. So we have to see what that look like. The Spurs, we have to see what that look like. Wemby has yet to play a full season. De'Aaron Fox has yet to play a full season with this team, and he's hurt. Dylan Harper's a rookie. Stephen Castle, I don't think is that good. So we have to see what's going on there. Trendy pick Portland. Are we taking? Or we think they're gonna play spoilers to the Lakers? No. The Suns? No. Like everybody else, we are talking about like either the roster around their two best players is better, but their two best players are not as close to LeBron or Luka, or the roster is just worse. Like the Spurs roster outside of Wemby, I think it's worse than the Lakers. Like De'Aaron Fox is a good player. I like Dylan Harper. Obviously, I like Stephen Castle, but one's a rookie, one's hurt, and like we already talked about Stephen Castle already. Everybody else, I think the Lakers clearly got have the rest of themselves. Like I think that's just a better team. Portland better team.
Luke Cornett might be better than DeAndre Ayton. I'm not even trolling. But I
Sure.
what I do want to say though is like my point is right. The only part of this game where I'm really is like I'm taking it away is like their defense is just not going to be good enough, and that's why I'm not taking them seriously. Their offense should be potent, especially when LeBron come back, and they probably they could have won this game with LeBron in the game. It's not even about the win or the loss, but their defense is going to be awful, and that's why I cannot take them seriously.
Yeah, I don't think they're a championship team. I just think they will have an amazing offense.
No, I do. I agree.
And through 82 games, you can have an amazing offense and win 50 games. Like it's the regular season. Like that can happen. Even if they're in shootout. They're not going to be in shootouts with everybody. The good teams, the good to great to elite teams, obviously going to be a tough game. But the random nights where they got Utah, Hornets, Brooklyn on a back-to-back, like they're going to fly through those games. It's not nothing. Like the game might be 123-100, but that's still a blowout. They still going to clean up on their easy wins. I don't think they're going to play with their food with the bad teams.
Luka get traded February 2nd.
February 1st.
What they also need is DeAndre Ayton to be much better than what he was tonight, for sure.
I don't think he's going to be much better.
He needs to be. I ain't gonna lie, that was terrible. Okay. Let me look at something right now because they really weren't that great after the Luka trade, and they didn't have a center. So that was, but if DeAndre Ayton's gonna play like this, then he's better than Jackson Hayes, but he's definitely not positive. Their offense after the Luka trade was the hell. Their offense after the Luka trade was, I think, like 10th.
To be fair, that's Luka coming off an injury, and he was big.
What the hell?
Did you see him Did you see him tonight? He looked big to you.
People were saying that he was like slimmed down. Like
it's not that the conception, the perception that he doesn't work out in the summers. Like they was like, oh my gosh, he's playing the Eurobasket and stuff. Like he always plays basketball. Like he never doesn't not play basketball, so he's always in basketball shape. The problem is he didn't have no muscle because he wasn't lifting weights. The Europeans, they not in the weight room lifting weights. They're working on. They play basketball to work out. Like they're working on skill things, and that's what he did. Now he's probably got he added more muscle on there, so it's a little different. So you help around the soft tissue area, so you don't get your hamstrings, messed up and things like that. The soft tissue injuries are like the worst, and you get those from not having a lot of muscle. That was always his issue.
Yeah, they were the 12th ranked offense after the Luka trade, but with more chemistry and more time, and that Luka and LeBron pairing can fit better. Luka obviously he struggled when he first got to LA as well, which I don't think he would do over the course of an 82 game season. I think their offense should probably finish in the top 10, obviously close to the top 5 in the league. So that'll help them, but I think their defense is probably going to be bottom 10. So I don't know how that's going to help affect them in the regular season. I don't think they're going to finish top 3 like they did last year. Probably closer to like 6 or 7. Wow, I didn't mean to do that, but yeah. All right. Anyways, that's gonna do it for our opening night recap. I don't know when we'll be back. Probably we'll do like some opening week overreactions, some open week takeaways, reaction to other games, rookie debuts, all this type of stuff. So stay tuned for that. Thank y'all for watching, and we